Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We are going into the Forgotten Sanctum. And, yeah, then we're going to go on to the main quest and try and finish up. So we're coming into the home stretch. For those of you who've been watching for a while and wonder what the hell's going on with this long Let's Play. So I got pork from a tentacle? What? What even happened there? These things, look, they're tentacles of meat. What the hell? Do I want to know? Poultry from a tentacle? Aged shark meat from a tentacle. This is weird, man. It's weird. Okay. We're getting plenty of supplies. Reptilian eye. But yeah, again, this may be my last Let's Play on the main channel. I may move everything else. And I'll refocus on things like reviews and tabletop commentary and things like that. I'll still do both tabletop and computer role-playing stuff on here, but it's going to be kind of mixed. And I hear the train in the background, don't worry. The door swings open at your approach, almost as if it anticipated your return. It's been a busy afternoon for trains for some reason. Like 4 of them that have gone by in the last few hours. Usually it doesn't do that. I live by like industrial tracks, so usually it's kind of hit or miss. Hey, have I already explored this area? I've literally already explored this area, haven't I? Hold on. Is this the Hall of the Unseen? Yeah, this is the Hall of the Unseen. I've been here before. I think this is one of those ones where I went through and... So I've already covered some of this material. Okay. Basically while I was tooling around exploring earlier. Oh, you're giving me like a big abomination kind of thing up there? Alright, Lengrath. Oh, this is a place I haven't been to yet, is it?
Do you see that?
Drowsy puke, fetid spray. I'm going to go ahead and grab this potion of perfect aim. Drowsy puke. I guess these are just... Whoops, what did I just pick up? I don't know what I just picked up. There's Tane, and there's stuff down there. Let's talk to Lengrath first.
You came as requested. Excellent. I believe the entrance is... Ah, here we are. A moment, if you would.
Alright, you gonna lead me onward? So this is where I guess it leads you further in. Alright, you gonna lead me onward?
Now we may speak with something like privacy.
I guess it's because I opened it before, maybe. She casts a hooded glance in the direction of Tane and shakes her head.
Speak your mind.
Do you know anything about this place? The hall's obscured?
We know little about it. Hopefully we'll learn more as we pursue Maura.
That's all for now.
Very well.
Alright, I thought you were gonna lead me somewhere.
Of course.
Are you broken?
Hey, you got a moment?
Okay, Tane is calling me. This is a final reminder not to disturb the subjects while they hearken to the music of the pit. The wretches have grown protective of our benefactor's song and will attack those who damage the organ's apertures. If any subject experiences a moment of clarity, kindly guide them away from the pit and back to an aperture where they can rejoin the others in blissful indifference. We'd like to minimize the suicide rate, says Quarter. May this also serve as a notice that we have exhausted our supply of earplugs. Overseers are authorized to distribute hot candle wax until someone can venture topside for supplies. That goes down to the enclosures. Let's talk to Tane, because Lengrath is not leading me anywhere. She was supposed to, I guess. Well, I'm here. Talk to Tane.
Hey, you. Glad we finally get a chance to talk, one-on-one, away from the rest of the rap.
Tane shoves his hand down his pockets and winks.
I can hear you, Tane. I'm right here.
It's good that we're on the same page with all of this.
He spreads his arms wide to encompass the whole of the antechamber.
You know, wow, and his great big body.
Actually, I haven't decided what to do about it.
Really? Well, here's a little advice from Tane. I would try really, really hard to figure that out. And soon. Between the two of us, I did a little exploring of my own before you showed up.
He talks, covering one side of his mouth, though his voice carries across the hall.
You haven't been to the collections yet, have you? It's just down that way. You'll hate it.
Yeah, I probably
There's
will.
a bunch of different people trapped in there. Lots of kith in some kind of stupor. I think they've been here a long time.
Did it ever occur to you that they might be locked up for a reason?
What gives you the impression that this place operates on reason? The prisoners. It's like this place tore out everything that made them them and left a bunch of statues behind. Except statues don't usually shamble around and cry. Take this. It's a spell that should wake the prisoners up again. Just make sure you read it somewhere they'll all hear it.
You just happen to have a unique spell for this occasion.
Amazing, right? Okay, you got it. I took the words from my chaotic orb and moved a few runes and accents around. Instead of dealing mayhem and fun, the spell blasts people with memories. Perfectly safe.
He winks.
Head west out of this fine antechamber and the collections are right down the stairs. Can't miss it.
What do the Halls Obscured need with mindless drones?
Maybe they knew too much? Rare information seems to be the currency of this place. I'd suggest that you ask one of the prisoners, but they aren't very talkative.
I'll consider it. No promises.
I hope you can do some good down there. I hate to see so many people without a single good idea between them, you know? Like the deer would.
Tane folds his arms and sighs.
Here has plenty of fine ideas. Most involving fire. And things you can set on fire.
This guy right here. What a sport.
Alright, so what do you know about Whale's body?
If there was a
I feel like I
day
jumped halfway into this
about
quest.
god bodies, I might have slept through it. Based on what we've seen, I'd say Maura used this place to nail down her tentacle spells. Lucky her. There's tons of inspiration here.
Alright, you really want to awaken the Titans?
What? The prospect of sending a mountain of eyes and tentacles to wrestle Aethys isn't enticing enough for you?
Tane chuckles softly.
Wouldn't it be boring to let a body like that molder and rot? I think we can do better. I think Aora deserves better.
So yeah, I have definitely somehow skipped some of this particular line of question.
Even if it knocks over a castle or two, I think the fun will justify the cost.
I mean, as long as it's not my castle anymore.
Says the wizard who clearly ain't ever had a castle.
How did you become an archmage?
My father donated to all the best colleges. I earned a couple of free degrees until I found something I was actually good at. I owe a lot to my father, including an apology. He always said he wanted an archmage in the family. Kind of backfired when I dropped the surname. It's just Tane now. Hi.
Any thoughts about your colleagues in the circle?
Sitzel plays it coy, acts like he doesn't need friends. Can you keep a secret? We've been pen pals for years. He thinks I'm an Orlin who makes clocks.
Ha! You aren't as academic as your colleagues.
Thank you. Wait, that was a compliment, right? I know I don't fit in with the rest of those book learners, but I've got it with words.
He holds his hand over his heart.
Thinking is a big waste of time when you've got raw, unvarnished instinct on your side. If I worried about research, safety, or ethics, I never would have cast the first chaotic orb. You do know about my chaotic orb, right? That's my spell. It was really popular when I got it into circulation.
Easily my favorite of the orb spells. Tane's chaotic orb plus wizard lie. Okay, so
Huh, see? This one gets it.
Tane glances at Lengrath and points over to you.
I worked really hard on that orb. First time I ever applied myself. Once wizards started using it all over the world, there was all this talk and fanfare. Have you seen this thing? Look at it go! Those were good times. These days, no one asks if I'm that tame anymore. They don't tell you in Wizard College that achievement can seem downright underwhelming.
Alright. Well, he's got a point. The man got a point. Let's talk to Lengrath again.
Tane
You offer you anything new?
asked something of you,
Lengrath beckons you forward with a discreet wave of her hand. He'd like me to free the prisoners in the collections.
and you accepted. How terribly large-hearted of you.
I did. Why do you care?
What Tane asks of you appears a mercy, but it's only a selfish attempt to bolster his reputation. He's a devious child who delights in making the rest of us clean up his messes. Many of the poor souls held captive here have been so for decades. Anyone they knew is likely dead, their old lives gone. To return them to the world with nothing is a cruelty.
I didn't say I'd give them nothing.
God's
Give them like a sandwich.
havoc
Send them on their way.
Broken people will reek with the information Tane intends to give them. Lay their souls to rest. Return them to the wheel.
Wanton murder, you say? You come to the right human. I'll consider it.
That's all I ask. This scroll will aid you.
She pulls a crisp new roll of parchment from the fold of her robe and closes her hand about it.
You need only read the incantation inscribed upon it, preferably in a place where all may hear it.
So we have a glory
This will be
hound
swift and painless.
and a scholar. With a curt nod and a heavy sigh, she turns away. She pats at her hip absently, looking for something out of habit, and finds her grimoire. She flips through it slowly, her mind clearly elsewhere. Okay, so we've got our first set of quests. Let's talk to Fetid Spray. The imp turns to you and lets out a quick puff of vile spray from an orifice that abruptly snaps shut.
Know your face, ground stink. You the one I'm supposed to find?
The imp squints and looks you over. I'm RPG Crawler, Captain the Defiant.
They let you sail boat?
One of the imp's eyes bulges skeptically.
Master told Fetid Spray to bring baubles to sanctuary. Offer to stupid ground meat corn.
The imp gestures towards his wares.
Here, for Master. Master's most glorious words.
The imp reverently hands you a scrap of soiled parchment. RPG Crawler, I will keep this terse in case my imps should meet an unfortunate end and this message is intercepted. By now you have encountered other members of the Circle and laboriously scrutinized their motivations in breaching Whale's obscured sanctum. Allow me to add my rationale to theirs. My desire is a simple one, tidiness. There is already one god blustering his way through the Deadfire, and I have no desire to see him joined by another. If Facina still lives, try and keep her alive. She has a modicum of potential, and it may yet aid you in Whale's unusual territory.
This one for stinking Facina.
The imp practically hurls a finely wrapped scroll at her. She catches it out of the air.
Wait, what does Alchemir want? I don't work for him any longer.
Ungrateful ground stink has her orders.
The imp narrows its eyes.
So, what does Master want?
I'm supposed to make sure that we don't have a second Aothis on our hands.
Aha! What that mean, eh? More god stinks walking in statues?
If we are lucky, that will be the extent of our problems.
Well, try not to die then. I no care.
I hope. I take it you two know each other?
I'm afraid so. Before I taught him a lesson, this little stinker was fond of relieving himself in my wardrobe.
Facina presses her temples and sighs.
Nasty Facina smelled so nice. Books and inkwells. Made her smell like imp instead. That never wash out.
God. Show me what you have for sale. Alright, so we've got potions. Potions, scrolls. And and materials to make stuff with. Alright, don't need that. Let's talk to Drowsy Puke. The imp is furiously mixing powders and herbs into a mortar and pestle. It leers at you, showing off a row of pointed teeth and a long, flickering tongue.
So, wizards tricked you into coming here too, eh?
The imp shakes its head and chuckles mercilessly. It's beginning to feel that way.
Imps, no. Imps watch you running around, fixing each other's ground stink problems. Wizards lie. Wizards are worse people. But Drowsy Puke fix everything, eh? Help you relax.
Winking, and the imp gestures toward a collection of refined herbs and narcotics. You want to give me drugs?
Drowsy Puke wants kith to dream, eh? Rest giant weary head.
The imp makes a soothing sound and pets you with a bony claw.
Smart ground stink, just let Drowsy Puke know when he wants rest, eh?
The imp raises his claws to suppress a wet cackle. Have you met Nemnock the Devourer yet? Drowsy Puke's eyes shoot open as Nemnock presents himself, standing aside with arms folded.
Praise the mighty one. Glorious Nemnock. Drowsy Puke remembers our great plan, eh? When time comes, Nemnock's most beloved allies be ready.
Drowsy Puke bows his head and sighs with reverence. Staying out of trouble, Nemnock. Nemnock turns to you, curling its mouth in a sneer.
Captain Groundstink needs to wash stupid armor. Smells awful. Nemnock deserves better. Tell Skull to stop biting Nemnock in sleep.
Nemnock aims a venomous look down at your pack and console helpfully or your skull. I wish I could have both of them out at the same time.
Good work. Need patience, eh?
Nemnock drags a claw across his scalp of his adoring acolyte.
Drowsy puke, mighty one. Drowsy stink works in kitchen.
The imp sighs before turning back to you. Alright. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull out Console Out's skull. Yeah, where's my pet? There we go. We're going to pull out there. Alright.
Yes, as you wish.
Alright, does that give us any special dialogue?
A familiar shrill nattering disturbs my peace.
Yes!
Could that be console hot at your
She
reach?
peers past your shoulders and stares narrow-eyed at the skull hovering at the edge of your party.
I heal for no one, parasite. Does your whimsical fabrication of undeath still amuse you? Or are you ready to surrender to the only true immortal among us?
No less charming a skull than you were a lich. Your dependability is a constant comfort to me, console hot.
Ha!
Speak your mind.
Alright, that's all for now. How about Tane? Does he say anything with console art in the party?
You didn't lose the scroll, did you? Because I didn't.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have it. Oh my god, this is gonna be great, actually.
Real quiet now.
Yeah, let's get fast mode on.
Pardon me as I indulge myself.
Ha! Deadfire Archipelago. It goes up to the Deadfire Archipelago. Is that like a separate exit? Let's grab some stuff from over here. Various foods. Whether it's sealed by machinery or magic, there's no moving this door. Notes and sketches in Mara's hand littered the table. You know what? Let's check out this other exit over here. Actually, let's talk to Facina.
Casita, I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Facina folds her arms and glowers.
I have not properly thanked you for taking me away from that place.
The dark cupboard?
That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive.
She winces.
Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer. Though, it is possible that Arkemir's lessons were not obvious ones.
Facina clutches the Archmage's instructions with a contemplative frown.
In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Aggressiva.
Are you interested in any particular areas
It
of
is
study?
a funny thing. I was so quick to chase my ambitions, as if an apprenticeship would outline the course of my life. In the end, I was building a castle in the sand. The taller it rose, the harder the waves swept in to batter it down. Now I have no plan, and the uncertainty is a refreshing change.
So, I just noticed that my microphone was tipped over because earlier it had a bug on it and I had to remove it, and I only just realized that it was tipped over. So, great! Now I get to halfway through decide to adjust my voice. Oh well. What did you want to learn that only Arkemir could teach?
What's the question?
Facina clucks her tongue on the roof of her mouth and nods.
Arkemir is elusive. That flamboyant house of his, it is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath. I had a sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined.
Really now?
Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth.
Any thoughts on our travels so far?
Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come.
Facina smiles a little. Any thoughts about our companions?
Shoti is like a beautiful tree with poisoned roots. Her smile is the bark which hides the rot.
I'm curious about you.
I came to the archipelago as a groveling apprentice. One day, I hope I will leave it with a speck more dignity than that. What more could you desire to know, Casita?
Ever desire to be an Archimage yourself?
Not if it means I must submit to a bickering council of madmen plotting against each other. If I ever scribed a spell, it would be the best kept secret in
Ha!
Erebor. Only I would enjoy the satisfaction of knowing it.
Casina thumbs her chin and considers.
Fascina's mirthless laugh. Fascina's prickling pox. No, I have.
Ha!
Fascina's withering glare. Ah, I like the sound of that.
Alright, so, how did you get into Archimede's employ? Do I want to go through all this? Let's leave her be for now. Alright, let's go up this stairway first. See where it leads me.
Well,
No, seriously, everybody, okay. Where does this lead me? Does this lead me out to like a secondary exit so I can skip going through that maze? Please. Heads to the Temple of Revelation, which is over there, which does indeed skip the maze. Okay, good. Good.
you calling me a cheat?
Filthy lying ground stink doesn't play fair. Rolled a 10. Stupid wizard, I rolled 10.
Dropping the dice isn't the same as...
Wait, we got another thing, Haya? Oh, great, a tentacle. 2 tentacles. Wait, is this something I gotta deal with? Oh, great, now I can't go over there. Why you do that? I just stepped out for a moment. As the ground settles, the wizard and the imp exchange a shocked glance. One of the newly sprouted tentacles dances in slow, hypnotic circles over their heads.
That was the biggest one yet! Look at us standing on the fault line of sanity! Hello up there!
The wizard waves up at the tentacle before turning his attention over to you.
Didn't see it come in. Welcome to the Halls Obscured. My friend and I were just passing the time of the game and enjoying these little shakeups.
We not friends. Stupid wizard is a stupid cheat.
The imp kicks a colorful set of dice across the floor before flapping its wings and crossing the room.
No matter where I go, dim-witted imps and archmagi are always in my shadow.
Hey, there's a familiar face. Weren't you the one who spilled soup in my lap at Archimede's annual gala?
Tane waves at Facina. Tane, didn't I see you in Archimede's scrying pool?
Now that's impressive. They told me you never forgot a face.
Tane points at you and winks.
What are you doing here, Tane? How did you even get
Wait,
here?
this is like switched up now. She rubs hard at her temples and sighs. Hey, Consul Heart, care to join the discussion?
I am not some fortune-telling puppet to dispense wisdom at your command. Leave me to my dignity, since it is now all that I have.
Consul Heart hovers, quietly grinding his teeth.
I got in through a hole. That one, right through there. You must have walked straight past it when you were topside.
Tane points over to a collapsed wall and smiles pleasantly.
Isn't this something? I came searching for Maura and got distracted. Don't you just love a good antechamber?
Ton plants his hands on his hips and surveys the area, grinning all the while.
Even if this one has a few embellishments.
He gestures up at a patch of writhing flesh stretching across the ceiling. So what is this
I
place?
asked myself the same
Yeah, I'm getting this
question.
out of order.
Tentacles, eyeballs, labyrinth. It could be anything.
I feel like he should have told me this like the first time. And now he's telling... Yeah, this entire quest is bugged, I guess.
I'd still
At least
be
I'm
dumb
getting
if
it.
I hadn't learned it all from Maura's own words. Here, she left this one. I don't think she expected anyone to follow.
Alright, got the field book. Despite the pervasive face of dampness, the pages of this notebook separate with ease. Written in Wana, the text describes a vast subterranean life form with fleshy tendrils and shuttered eyes. My bad. The stranger sections refer to establishing a communion with the entity with the aim of conjuring forth arcane simulacra. Towards the end of the book, Mara writes, "Wail, the 100 visions, the obscured, the eyeless face. I believe it you who rest within this darkness. The you that once walked the earth. Why do you survive yet? Why haven't you awoken? Can you be turned against the dawn stars? Does he not threaten your mysteries? Will you not introduce him to his final dusk?" Lengrath thumbs through the book, eyes widening as realization dawns.
She believes we stand atop the body of Wow.
Magran did mention that the gods once had powerful bodies.
While riding my dragon across the White March, I came
Brag.
across an unimaginably large skeleton.
She gestures,
Legend would
yeah.
have us believe it is the fallen form of Abaddon. The Circle has been speculating on the existence of the gods' bodies ever since.
So there once, or I also saw Abaddon's remains at the Abbey of the Fall Moon, except I didn't because I didn't play the expansion. But let's pretend we did.
This body is a good deal fresher than Abaddon.
I'm thinking about playing that off camera because I never did get around to recording it for the main channel. She snorts and returns to Mara's writings. Her ill humor is short-lived, though, for she soon grimaces and meets your eye again.
We believed them all gone. Not just dead, but destroyed by the gods' own hands. Obliterated. This one, it's still alive.
You presume such a thing can even die?
Makes you wonder what has Mara so excited.
Tane considers his surroundings with a thoughtful grin.
Whatever you are thinking, no. We should bury the sanctum before it becomes our tomb.
As nice as it is to take in the scenery, is everyone else thinking what I'm thinking? Huh? I mean, the answer's staring us in the face, literally.
No one understands your manic rambling, Tane. Speak plainly or be quiet.
Yeah, if you think that this is out of order, this is what I should have seen before I talked to him the first time. You want to use the body somehow, don't you? Tane winks at you.
Look, we have an unconventional problem, and it needs an unconventional solution. I don't think Mara came this far just to hug some tentacles. She wants to wake up Wild's body and send it after Aethys.
Medico. If Maura doesn't get us all killed, Tane surely will.
Alright. How do you even know that's what... I'm listening. Sure.
Hasn't our Mara always said that a well-placed tentacle can solve most of life's problems?
I mean, I'm inclined to agree.
If she wants to take a swing at the big green guy, who are we to stop her?
It's speculative to assume that Maura even wants to awaken Well. Doing so would involve meddling in matters far beyond her comprehension.
She taps a finger against her lips, thinking.
Or something she understands all too well. You don't know. Give her some credit, Len.
You give her more than enough for the both of us, and far more than she deserves.
We're actually going to look for Mara, just saying, this facility is enormous. Mara could be anywhere.
About you spearhead our little search party. Len and I will keep an eye on this handsome antechamber, where it's safe, or in case she doubles back. But fair warning, when I was poking around, I ran across some creepy librarian types. They were happy to look the other way as long as I didn't disturb their work.
Tane shrugs.
In the meantime, Tane and I will see if we might learn more about Wild's Titan form.
Alright. We haven't addressed the imps in the room, so why are there imps in the room?
Why else? To make my life miserable.
You know, I was enjoying their company so much that I never once thought to ask.
Tane squints down at one of the creatures.
Came from stinking Arkamir's house. Was told to help stupid Watcher groundmate.
The imp grimaces and waves disdainfully at you.
You can help us by shutting your mouth. By now, the echo of your screams will have crippled any element of surprise.
Master gave orders to fetid spray. Come talk when ready, eh?
The second imp waves a sheet of ragged parchment over his head like a banner.
Special orders for you too, nasty Facina.
The imp hisses at her. Facine responds by making a rude gesture with both hands.
Brilliantly done. What fluttering marvels they are, imps. Well, question answered then?
Tane returns his attention to you and smiles pleasantly. As long as I get to keep anything that isn't nailed down.
So you're still into plundering old ruins. Sound financial strategy. Keep saving up for that second castle. You'll get there one day.
Yeah, don't rub it in,
No
Tane.
matter how Tane whines, Well's body, if that's what this is, mustn't be awoken. The Deadfire cannot bear another calamity of Aethys' scale.
I concur, and I know Arkamir would agree as well. A single error in judgment could cost us our lives, maybe more.
What happened to your spirit of adventure?
Tane smirks and shakes his head.
Watcher, friend, are we on a first-name basis yet? Call me crazy, but I think you should do whatever feels right. What's the worst that could happen?
These tentacles could grow until they consume every island of the Deadfire, and we all become mindless thralls in a never-ending tentacle nightmare.
Huh. And you're saying that's the bad outcome, right?
Tane strokes his chin and nods.
We can continue this debate later. Right now, our chief concern is locating
Okay.
Mara could have only gone two places. Up in the archives to the northeast, or down into the collections to the southwest.
Alright. This is what I should have seen before I came down here.
Mauer's journal suggests she went to the archives first, but that could always be a decoy. I did hear some unpleasant noises coming up from the collections.
Tane hugs himself and shivers.
Hope she's okay.
If you'll begin a search of the wings, we'll scour this area for further information.
She nods and turns away. All right. So did that open up anything?
What you want, ground stink?
All right, I can rest there.
You want baubles? You give me coin, you get all.
I hope that Argamir appreciates your hard work.
Master trusts fetid spray to handle coin. That means his best imp, most trusted friend. Fetid spray is loyal, eh? Not like some.
The creature aims a withering look at its colleague.
Complacency will be Master's undoing, huh? We dismantle his manor from basement to roof.
Drowsy Puke grinds his fist into its palm.
Terrible imp plots against Master, eh? You worst friend.
Fetid Spray shakes his head in disapproval. Okay. Alright, you got anything new?
News, very well.
No. Alright, let's go down to collections first, I think.
Leave it to me.
This featureless statue bears the Anguithan legend, the honest mind is an empty cage. Alright, let's head down to the enclosures, rather. And, I'm going to see what's down here, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at it because I do have... let's see, how big is this place? Oh, it's pretty big. It's a dungeon, alright.
And quiet now.
And what that means is that there's probably some combats and such in here, too. Ooh, what's this event?
I remember nothing. Only the anthem.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird. And you got those floating things that treat them as thralls. Yeah, I'm gonna...
This sanctum is a factory of scrivens.
I'm gonna...
down there making such an unholy noise.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause it here, and we're gonna continue next time with the... This is great. I just wish it was in order. This is the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment, down feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribe Star, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.